It was speculated upon for the past few weeks, and the news is now official. The Edmonton Oilers have hired 3 new assistant coaches to support a returning Todd McLellan for the 2018-19. Glenn Guluthson, Trent Yorney, and Manny Viveros will join McLellan behind the Oilers bench. The trio replaces Jay Woodcroft, Jim Johnson, and Ian Herbers, who were all helping hands for McLellan last. Woodcroft is now the head coach of Edmonton's AHL affiliate in Bakersfield, while Johnson was let go. Herbers has returned to his position at the University of Alberta. Glenn Guluthson and Sergei Belsky. USA Today Sports. It doesn't happen very often in sports that a team will hire the head coach of their biggest rival, but the Oilers have done so, hiring the Flames' former bench boss. Guluthson, 46, spent the past 2 years with Calgary, making the playoffs in 2016-17, but was let go after the team finished 11th in the Western Conference in 2017-18. Related, Oilers continue. Bakersfield Condors makeover. Yorney and Viveros have an exciting pedigree themselves, but the question remains if this is the change that will propel the Oilers back into the playoffs for the 2018-19. Here are some thoughts on Edmonton's 3 coaching hires. Oilers hire Flames ex-coach Glenn Guluthson. 46-year-old has coached the past 7 in the NHL, 4 of them as a head coach with the Dallas Stars and Calgary Flames. The other 3 years, Guluthson has been an assistant. Both his head coaching gigs lasted just 2 years each. He's made the playoffs just once as a head coach and was subsequently swept in the first round. Through 294 games as a head coach in the NHL, Guluthson holds a 1.46, 1.25, 2.3 record and a .536 winning percentage W%. Glenn Guluthson. Jerome Moron. USA Today Sports. Guluthson burst onto the NHL radar after leading Dallas AHL affiliate, the Texas Stars, to a Calder Cup final in 2009-10, and was the ECHL's Coach of the Year in 2005-06. Despite all the outbursts we saw this year that came with frustration with the Flames' lackadaisical attitude, Guluthson is a player's coach. Although he lost the Flames' room and the team's poor performance ultimately cost him his job, Guluthson can be the good cop to McLellan's bad cop approach. There's a relationship here with Guluthson and McLellan, who are friends. If McLellan can trust someone to help him out, Guluthson might be the voice of reason for some of McLellan's faults. Glenn Guluthson has a variety of experiences at the NHL level as well as the minor league level. He understands what it's like to be a head coach, especially in Canada, Western Canada and in particular, Alberta. That's a strong asset for us to have. He brings an upbeat personality and a good hockey mind. I'm going to use him in all situations. Todd McLellan. Oilers head coach Trent Yorney can fix Oilers' penalty kill woes. This is a hire that Oiler fans should be very excited about. The 52-year-old spent the last 5 as an assistant coach with the Anaheim Ducks and has 17 years of coaching experience at the pro level. Everywhere he's gone, Yorney has made an impact, especially on the penalty kill PK, add up the past 5s, and Yorney was responsible for the second-best PK in the NHL that operated at 83.7% since 2013-14. Anaheim also had 2 head coaches during that time with Bruce Boudreau and Randy Carlyle, and Yorney was successful in his role under both coaches. To shake up their coaching staff, the Ducks fired Yorney this offseason. The Ducks' loss is the Oilers' gain. Yorney also played 593 games during his playing career with stops in Calgary, Chicago, and St. Louis. Yorney has been a pro coach since the 1999-2000. The Oilers' PK was operating at 79.5% over the past 3 years under McLellan and his previous regime. If Yorney can bring some of his magic to Edmonton, you can count on this team being remarkably better while short-handed. Now all he needs are some horses to run with to execute his plan. Related, takeaways from Peter Chiarella's end-of-season press conference. Yorney's also done an excellent job developing the Ducks' defense and took Cam Fowler, Hampus Lindholm, Josh Manson and others to new heights. They all had their warts, but Yorney helped polish those guys, so maybe he can do the same for Oscar Klefbom, Adam Larsson, and Darnell Nurse, among others. With Yorney in the fold, on paper, the Oilers should have a better coach defense, and a better PK overall. When I look at Trent Yorney, he's a coach that I've worked with in the past San Jose, so I understand him well and he understands my personality well. HE's done a tremendous job with the penalty units in San Jose, Anaheim and anywhere else HE's coached in the minor league system. Todd McClellan, Oilers head coach Manny Viveros, a solution for Oilers power play. Viveros is coming off an excellent campaign that saw him coach the Swift Current Broncos to a WHL championship. The Broncos eventually fizzled out at the MasterCard Memorial Cup, but after a dominant 4-8-1-7-7 record in the WHL, Viveros is making quite the name for himself. While Yorny might fix the Oilers' PK woes, Viveros should help fix Edmonton's power play PP troubles. He led Swift Current to the WHL's best PP at 29.4% through 72 regular games. In twos as the Broncos head coach, Viveros had an incredible 8-7-4-0-1-7 record through 144 games. That's a .663 W%. Viveros isn't a flash in the pan either. In the past 11 years, HES won a league championship in Austria in 2009, coached Austria at the 2014 Winter Olympics, and coached in the DEL. He spent 3 years in total as the coach of the Austrian national team and helped turn that program around. Manny Viveros, Rudolf Berenek, EIS Hockey. McClellan went on to describe how the Oilers will utilize their new coaches. For now, Viveros will be McClellan's bird's-eye view from above and join the bench for the third periods. It's a role McClellan will likely expand upon as time goes on, with the goal to potentially add him to the bench time. Yorny will be working with the defense and PK, while Galuthzen will oversee bench adjustments under McClellan. Make no mistake about it, Viveros' experience and a keen eye for offense should help the team's strategic approach. HE's got a great mind and has plenty of room to grow. Don't be surprised if Viveros ends up with a bigger role with the club in a few years. Overall, the Oilers have a much more experienced group behind the bench on paper now. It's about delivering results. Oilers general manager Peter Chiarelli stood by McClellan, and now it's time for McClellan to hold up his end of the bargain. He has a talent level that hasn't been tapped yet. What do I mean by that is he has a very strong European background. He was a very offensive defenseman when he played. Has very strong power play sets and results in his European teams as well as his junior teams. Well, obviously lean in that direction with his skill sets. Todd McClellan, Oilers head coach.